I come from the conservative side of politics. I grew up listening to Rush Limbaugh with my dad. I got interested in the liberty movement in '08, was more of a Ron Paul person after that, and I loved what he had to say about a free life and liberty. And it just woke me up to a new place. Started writing, doing a bunch of things back then in order to try to see if I could support Ron Paul's presidency in '08. He was cast aside by the Republican Party, and at that point I felt like I could abandon presidential politics, leave it to the side, vote down ballot, but the presidency had become too much of a show, too much theater for any person to actually have any value in it. That all changed in 2020 when I watched the federal government squash its people through its authoritarian response in COVID. I never thought I would live to see a government in the United States silence our ability to speak, silence our ability to assemble, shut down small businesses, find its way to basically making the bigger players in our economy the only people that survived. And so I got very invested in trying to figure out what it would look like to diminish the size and scope of an authoritarian government. That's when I found Robert Kennedy Jr. When he was speaking and standing up and doing the things that really mattered, I was totally impressed by his conviction. When he announced that he was running for president in April of 2023, and he was running as a Democrat, I was willing at that point to change my party affiliation and move all the way over to caucus for him in Colorado as a Democrat, because I thought at the time that if he was the nominee and Trump was the nominee, the country would at least start to move itself in a direction that would be better. August 23rd, when Mr. Kennedy suspended his campaign, I came by some natural disappointment. We put in a lot of time and energy trying to get him on the ballot, signing, getting signatures. If anybody's never gone out and gotten signatures for their candidate, they can't understand how hard that is to be rejected by people, to be told no, to be yelled at, to have your children standing beside you get flipped off because you're a Kennedy supporter. Those are really heavy things, and it galvanized so many of his volunteers. And so when he announced that he was suspending his campaign, it was naturally some heartbreak in it. I understand why he did it. It made all sorts of sense, frankly. Mr. Trump was going to be the person who was going to be able to get this across the line. It's 350 million people in the United States, and frankly, Mr. Kennedy's campaign wasn't getting the traction that it deserved. And so his choice is a noble one. I still think it will be one of the most noble choices in American politics that ever happens. His ability to set aside ego and to unite behind somebody who could actually win and get the job done is something that I don't know that I'll ever see again in my life. It was absolutely a noble and transformative choice. His involvement with Trump at this point is a contract better than anything he could get written down. Mr. Trump hasn't stopped him from saying things. There are no talking points in this campaign. Elon Musk, Tulsi Gabbard, Robert Kennedy, Vivek Ramaswamy are all speaking, and they're all speaking without anybody telling them how to speak. I genuinely believe that all of these people that are kind of coming forward in this unity government are the kind of people that can make a big difference. America is a great idea. It's still the best idea in government that I know. I genuinely want an America for my children and for my children's children and everyone beyond that to be a place where the American dream matters, where you can try something. You can be whatever you want to be, and you don't have to work your way through this bureaucratic maze of horribleness that is punitive, frustrating, and really designed to keep everyone's ambitions choked down. I don't want that for my children. I don't want that for my grandchildren. I want a robust future with a wide open landscape where we're able to speak and say our minds, where we're able to start a business, where we're able to thrive, where our dollar matters, where we're not just constantly putting our heads down to make the next dollar, to eat the next worst piece of food so that we can get up in the morning and go back to our miserable existence. I don't want that any longer. We don't have to do that. And I genuinely believe that the government that might be coming might be one that allows us to have that landscape. And it's the America I want.